Okay, go into your student files and open the project we were working on last week. Double click it. Go continue when you see the external AV dialog box. We don't need a camera connected. I'm going to create a new sequence, so right click inside the browser, new sequence, comes up editable, and we'll call this one resizing, layering, and reversing. Click outside it, then double click it again. A new sequence opens in the timeline, a blank sequence. So we need a clip to start. We need 2 clips to do this exercise. So just grab anything randomly and just have a quick scrub through in the viewer and then drag it down into the timeline anywhere. In the timeline we can preview it again or scrub through it. But for the first thing we need to do to turn this into a split screen video is change the size. We effectively want 2 videos to be playing at the same time, and therefore they need to be half their original size. So type 50 into the scale box in the motion tab and press enter, and then when we play through that clip in the timeline we can see the corresponding view in the canvas window is half the original size. Let's go ahead and find another clip. Double click on any clip in the browser, drag it from the viewer into the timeline. Anywhere into the timeline is fine. We need to go through the same process after we have a quick squiz at it. Double click and go to the motion tab, enter 50, press enter, and we can see it is resized. We now need to drag that clip above the first one we dragged down, and in this case I'm dragging the second clip to be the same length as the first one. Currently there are 2 clips that are resized that are on top of each other. We now need to move them apart by clicking onto Image and Wireframe in the Canvas window. Once Image and Wireframe is on, we now have the ability to manually move the clips around anywhere in that Canvas window. So I'm just doing it roughly by eye. I know I want a double screen, split screen, and I want them to be side by side. So once I play through the timeline again, I can see I've got a pretty nice configuration, 2 video clips playing at the same time, and gives me an indication of how this work might be presented in a more formal context of an art gallery, etc. Okay, so I'm just going to move my clips in the timeline now because I know I want this to potentially be a looping video, and in that sense I don't want to have any blackness or gap at the beginning. So drag a box across all of your work in the timeline to select it all, and then move it back to 0, the 0 marker. One thing I want to make sure is that both of my clips are horizontally level. So I need to go into the Motion tab, check out the center is at 0 on both of the clips. If they're not, I can easily just enter 0 to level them out. I like to do the same on the vertical scale, and just making sure that that numeric number is the same. In this instance, plus 359 and minus 359. Now I might try a reversing thing on one of the clips to see if it looks good, and to do that I go under Modify, Change Speed, check the reverse button, and when I preview that in the timeline, and now both of the river clips are heading away from the camera or the viewer. So not really sure if I like that. I'm going to simply go edit undo and try the same effect on the opposite clip, modify, change speed, check on reverse, select OK, have a preview in the timeline. Now they're both playing towards the viewer or the camera. So that probably looks okay. I think I'm a little bit happy with that. What I'm going to do is a quick save project, also Apple S, and until next time.